Gamegenic was a cruise ship. It was supposed to be a voyage,
It definitely was a journey. Hello.
Hello. Oh, we on the show. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the
Today's
Rambles.
lesson about the Titanic.
We're James Cameroning up here. We're going to dive deep down.
Brought to you by the Wingspan Cruise at Sea that just got announced.
Did you hear the ceiling just about cave in? Things might fall apart during this episode because one of the bars you can't see popped off earlier when David was talking. I know, I'm kind of worried.
Dropping mad bars.
We're getting yeah. Let's hope that holds up. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Rambles. We're happy to see you. Hopefully, you're happy to see us. If not, why are you watching this?
I bet there's a lot of people who are unhappy to see me and unhappy that Ryan is not here.
Oh,
so handsome.
The Ryan fan club. I know.
So handsome.
I know.
I'm part of the Ryan fan. I'm the #1 fan.
Do you think people are mad that I'm always here?
Can we get
a
shirt that says Ryan's #1 fan?
Can we hand make them and bedazzle them and stuff? Yeah. Okay. So before he watches this, we have to do this.
Yes.
And then not tell him and just show up with the shirts on.
I'm in.
We gonna get sued for that? I don't know.
No.
No. It's all in good fun. I know I can't stop futzing with these things over here. There's stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk about that's product wise today. So I figured we would just the same events that we talked about last time are basically the events from this time, and I'll put the events links down at the bottom for everybody. I thought that because you've got a rant preloaded, and my goodness, do we have stuff to talk about for product-wise, the big release for Warhammer Christmas boxes, we'd probably just jump right into it. And some cheese.
Well, the only thing we have really event and notice-wise anyway is Black Friday sale.
Yes.
I'm sure there is an ad that we can dredge up from the archives for this.
We got to hit the commercial break for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey gang, are you shopping for Black Friday right now? We have hundreds of games here. They're practically flying off the shelves. You don't want to miss out on these deals. We have this thing and those guys, and you can't forget. While you're shopping, get yourself a hot coffee and a snack. Delicious. We've got explosive deals. We got board games, we got puzzles, we got plushies, everything you could need. And we'll see you on the 29th at Gigabytes. Until then.
So the Black Friday sale, there's going to be tons of deals. And not only that, we will be there live that morning recording before the doors open, getting the crowds of people pressing against the doors.
First 10 people spend $1,000 get a free onion.
Free onion.
Calling it now.
Yeah. You personally, I'll sign it. We'll sign the onion for you.
Oh, I'd love to sign an onion.
I think you can. Yeah. I don't think there's a law that says you can't sign an onion.
Just like me, onions have layers.
And ogres. Onions have ogres.
Onions have ogres.
There's not an ogre box here. Otherwise, that would have been a great segue into this.
Segue into the product.
No ogre.
What we got?
Do we want to talk about the stuff that's not the Warhammer Christmas boxes?
We're not going to talk. We're going to keep teasing you.
Yeah. You came here for this.
Skirt around
you can't even see my stack because
skirt around
the
the
other
edge.
Stuff. What are you holding there?
I don't know. I shouldn't look at it. Oh, hey, Arkham Horror book.
I was like, it's the Arkham Horror RPG. Arkham Horror RPG. I can't
Horror,
speak this morning. Horrors RPG. So yeah, if you like the board game and the 400 expansions that we've had on this show, where every time we look at it and go, I guess you can do this now. Now you can do this.
Now you can do this. Now you can sit and pretend you're doing it.
Just in time for the spookiest season of year, Thanksgiving.
Dive into glamour, danger, and mystery with the Arkham Horror role-playing game.
Glamour?
Glamour.
That's an interesting first word to use on that. That's not what I would have thought. Yeah,
like the monsters put a glamour on you. Or set in the 20s so everyone's like a flapper.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's like, see? Got a real horror up in that business, see?
Horror.
Horror.
It's Edge Studio system, so it's the same system that they use for Star Wars.
Oh, crossovers. Excellent.
Crossover. Yeah, they did that. They did a Dead Eyes crossover, I think, once with Star Wars.
Spooky Star Wars is something you don't get a lot of, but it works pretty well sometimes.
Has to exist. Cool. Anyway, there you go. Available. I don't know if it's out yet, but it probably is.
If not, by the time you're watching this, it probably is, because most of our views happen like the Saturday after the show comes out.
Yes.
There's new deck box stuff. That's kind
of cool. It's kind of like an 80s couch.
It does have the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got like. Do you know what this has? This has 80s, 90s casino like stained smoke.
Yeah,
like,
one cigarette.
It once was a white or a cream in the 50s and 60s,
once was
really high class. And now after decades of people like sitting at the blackjack table, losing all their money and like chain smoking, it has gone to this lovely, delightful yellowish color. Mustard yellow.
It's the same color as the...
it looks really good in person.
The same color as the 80-year-old person constantly pulling the lever at the 1-Armed Bandit.
It's like it's a grandma's couch.
So if you haven't ever seen these cool things that are Game Logic's or Gamegenic, I keep saying Game Logic, Gamegenic.
It's the brand that Asmodee owns.
Yeah, they're really cool. I have an open one here of the Star Wars Unlimited thing that you can, I believe, also get. They come apart. They're magnetized. You got a part for your main.
They intentionally come apart.
Commander card. Yeah, on purpose. Like you can slide it down. There's a little drawer. And this is just the small one. So the bigger one's even cooler. I love these things, and you don't have to worry about playing the game that it says on the front. You can just use them for whatever
Like
cards.
me, you'll never play the game.
I keep all my Warcry and Warhammer stuff in these. They're pretty cool.
I like this.
I like that too. That's going on the floor.
I like this. Removable trays in 5 different sizes. Gamegenic is now doing trays. They're mini American and standard size trays. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're bitch trays. Those are bitch trays. Those are a Space Marine head, a Space Marine arm, Goblin leg.
Also, if you have a complex army, you got a space for a ruler on the side. You can put all your tokens in it and stuff like that. So you can show up with the game. You've come to your Warhammer tournament with one of these cool boxes that you're going to get. And then you show up and you're like, man, all my stuff.
Because I keep making noises.
It is really
yeah, 15 removable trays, 8 small, 2 mini American, 2 double tray, 2 standard tray, 1 extra long tray. I like that it didn't try to be fancy, so it's extra long.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a long,
also available now.
Check it out on gigabytesonline.com on http//
Coming soon to an internet near you.
Oh, it's now available on the World Wide Web. That was my favorite part of the commercial, I think.
Jeez.
And then Omelette du Fromage, as Dexter's Laboratory taught me, the only French I know. Fromage is a game about cheese, and it's in a big wheel. And
simultaneous worker placement. I've seen videos. This looks pretty cool. So we have 2 versions at the store. $50 we have the standard, and then $100 we have the deluxe limited edition. This is a deluxe limited edition. And it actually is on a Lazy Susan. I made this comment yesterday. How annoyed are people named Susan?
Right?
That there is a whole table thing that's named after them being lazy.
There's got to be a reason.
Jeez,
that
Susan,
was the name.
get up and walk around the table.
Who invented that? Because I wonder if they had a wife or sibling named Susan.
I guess the lazy Dave wouldn't work as well.
It's fun to say though. The lazy Dave. It sounds like you're having a lazy Dave at the beach.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lazy
Speaking of cruises.
So
you can check out Fromage.
A simultaneous worker placement game.
It's got a cheese meeple. It's got which is essentially just a wedge. It's got a house. It's got some grapes. Oh, so you can pair with the cheese.
Perfect.
Nice,
so make cheese and gather resources in the board quadrant facing you. After everyone finishes their actions, the board rotates because the board actually spins. Aging your cheese and presenting you a new venue. So it's only 40 minutes. It's a Euro game that's only 40 minutes. For anyone who knows Road to Infamy, yes. Road to Infamy. They also made Canvas and they made Globetrotting, and they're all like Globetrotting. The game was actually in the shape of a globe, and Canvas is you could actually take the box and hang it on your wall as art, and they had 3 parts. So they're really cool at doing these different type of games. So pretty awesome.
I like when board games are not just here's the board, here's the stuff on it kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with those, but it's cool when it's a real interactive thing to mess with.
We only have 10 of these in our store. That's primarily
as of time of filming.
TCGs, apparently, according to one person comment today. Oh wait, no, I'm getting to my rant a little early.
Let it brew.
I'm letting it age like a fine cheese.
You gotta let me talk about the stuff I love, and then you can have the rest of the show.
I wanted some wine with my cheese.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Anyway, Fromage available on gigabytesonline.com.
Speaking of cooking up a storm. This is I'm trying to get this in the thing. Well, you know what this is. It's one of my favorite models I've ever seen Warhammer put out. It's the Astra Militarum, provisionally prepared. It's 2 rattling snipers cooking a meal over just a normal stove kind of thing. I guess they just have those.
No, it's just an ammo crate.
It's just an ammo crate full of food. They got a fully cooked turkey just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I really like this. I have no idea what this runs in.
If you actually look at in the box, there's actually grenades. So it's grenade, a pie, and then a turkey.
Can you imagine you're being borne down on? Chaos Marines are bursting through the door. The guy, one of the normal guardsmen runs over, throws it open, picks it up, hurls a turkey. It's what?
They'll probably make him pause.
That means somebody ate the grenade later. I like this model. The commemorative stuff is always cool. I have no idea what this runs as in the game. But
just rattling snipers. I mean, just rattlings.
Yeah, and they have a new kill team coming out soon, so you can put them in there as well. The kill team has a guy that's also, I think, eating a sandwich while he's hanging out. So I love that they've just leaned in on rattlings. They're they're basically hobbits, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
They just like to eat.
They're the cooks. The cooks of the Warhammer world.
Yeah, they have real food, which has got to make everybody else mad in the guard because they're eating literal, ground up corpse paste as a food, the corpse meal stuff. And these guys are a real sausage link. I don't know what it's made of.
People.
Yeah. It's all made of people.
Long pork. But that's pretty cool. I don't know how many of them we have. But
Probably not a lot.
Probably not a lot.
Like 10, I think.
Yeah, if anything.
Yeah.
Because this is the biggie.
Your stack is because there's one more.
Yeah, still up 40k more.
Yeah, well, they didn't have any more Stormcast to put out in the thing. There's not a Stormcast box, which is weird.
Good.
The last time it was the box of all the models, they then immediately canceled.
There's no Cities?
There is a Cities box.
Cities box.
Yeah, it's got one per Grand Alliance, so it's it's pretty good.
It actually is all 4 armies that I have played in the past.
I was remarking that, well, Flesh Eater Courts I don't really play, but like the 3 of these are like armies I really love, so this is a good year, or a bad year, because then I
can't get into the new Flesh Eater Court models. They're just a little too over the top. Like the
You-
guy who looks like a judge.
Hold on, I was going to say, do you want to do that one first? You don't like guy that's wearing intestines on his head
as a judge's powder wig.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the Flesh Eater Courts have definitely. Oh, I'm gone for this video. Hello to my forehead. The Flesh Eater Courts are definitely like, what if it was really dark and gross and also whimsical at the same time? The most, like, it's weird because Nurgle kind of had that zone, and then Flesh Eater Courts was like, hold my corpse hat, splurt, and then
my corpse hat's like, I pull my powdered wig.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little video after this, and or maybe up now, depending on when the editing happens. We're basically gonna go through each of these and answer like, are they good for you if you're starting a new army? Are they good if you already have an army? Is it a good expansion? Is it a good value, honestly? I've seen a lot of people talking about like all the Age of Sigmar ones are pretty good, especially if you're starting new.
I mean, this one looks good. I'm not a big fan of Grand Justice Gourmet. I just think he looks a little silly. I think it's just a tubing. I don't get it. Every other model looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the Morbeg Knights are cool. The
Morbeg Knights are cool.
Oh, they're all Morbeg Knights. There's 6 Morbeg Knights, 6 Crypt Horrors, Crypt Flayers, whatever they're called. Yeah, Crypt Flayers, Crypt Horrors. You make it one or the other, I think.
Yeah, it's the same. And you can also make one other thing out of
a bunch
it as
of
well.
Crypt Guard, which I assume is that like the updated Crypt Ghouls?
So ghouls are still around. These are like slightly better.
Oh, slightly better ghouls.
Yeah, slightly because they have weapons.
They only eat the finest of dead people.
They picked up a sword, so they're slightly better. They're not just hitting you with
They're
a
like men
bow.
at arms.
Yeah, kind of. They're supposed to be more than peasant rabble.
They're more than the levies. These are the peasant.
You can build the guys that are constantly doing a windmill in the mosh pit.
Wow.
Just swinging their arms like that.
I went to a metal concert last week, and it was pretty funny watching the people down in the mosh pit as I sat upstairs in my comfortable old man seats. Old man goes to metal show. There was an 8-year-old kid beside me. There was a family with an 8-year-old.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
Of course, the guy was like, "How are you doing?" And like everything's like second word was bleeped out. I was like, is that bad parenting?
Do they retain enough memories?
I don't know.
I remember.
Retain memories. Children are like goldfish.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
really...
no, you learn children remember everything.
Oh, really?
They don't forget. They don't forget.
I don't remember where my children are. Hey! No, my parents took me to see Meatloaf when I was like 10. That was my first concert. That didn't do anything weird to me.
I just thought it was funny because I'm sitting up, I'm just in my seats and upstairs in the Roxy. I'm like, look at you all in your mosh pits. And I enjoy my heavy metal screaming. It was a good show.
But anyway, you have your Chardonnay in one class. Anyway, Flesh Eater Course.
Flesh Eater Course. That was box 1. We have many boxes.
The Metal Band of Death. I don't know.
All of these are limited in quantity, by the way. So
Yeah.
Games Workshop did cut. We ordered 20 to 25 of every item. And we did not get 20 to 25 sent us because they're limited.
Yeah, one of these. Ryan already bought one of these that's on the table.
I'm
about to buy this one.
Yeah, I want to say they only sent like maybe 12 to 15 of the actual
that one had like
Sigmar ones.
That one had like 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some were
And I think
reserved.
Like
we only got 5 Dark Angels. We only got like 8 or 10 Imperial Knights. Those are the 2 hot ones. And then we've ordered more since to try to get them.
Yeah.
They're all pre-ordered on the website.
They're releasing Saturday, but you're watching this on Friday.
I actually think
buy them online.
This is not confirmed because I don't know. I think they might release on Friday.
Oh.
I think normally on Black Friday they do a Friday release for Black Friday. But
maybe you know that now.
I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not going to be on sale.
Yeah.
So one thing that you will know from the sale is these will not be on sale because they are so limited.
They'll probably be gone.
They'll
honestly.
probably be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already on pre-order on gigabytesonline.com. I will say the Dark Angel one, like if we still have this one left,
that might be the only one we have
because
left.
someone did cancel their order here at the warehouse.
Yeah, so if you want these, check out the link below. Go ahead and pre-get them because otherwise there's a good chance they're not going to be there. Because like I said, 2 of these are already sold to people on the crew here.
This one's cool as well. Like it doesn't have a name.
Excited.
It doesn't have a named character though. Like this had the ugly named Grand Justice dude. This doesn't have a character.
I prefer that because if you already have that named character, you're then sort of going.
Oh, I guess it's got a tusk boss. That's
Yes.
hard to say. On a Maw Grunter.
Which
and,
is, that guy can be built 3 different ways. One is a hero, the other 2 are just monsters. It's got some, it's got a
Brute
ton of
Ragers
boys.
and Weird Brute Wreckers.
Yeah,
I do
love
like those. I like that they're just like ripped with no shirts.
I love those models.
That's
Like
just-
the Weird Brute guys.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good looking.
And then just a crap ton of Ard Boys. Oh, they redid Ard Boys.
Yeah. Have you not seen the new Ard Boys? They're no longer Black Orcs anymore. The old
Well,
soggy...
Ard Boys were never Black Orcs.
Yeah, I thought that
No,
was
they were
the-
just Ardor Orcs.
Oh,
Black Orcs were Black Orcs.
Oh, okay. Well,
They might have Black Orc Ard Boys though. Like
All I
Ard
know-
Boys and the Black Orc.
all I
Ard
know is
Boys.
the old Ard Boys looked like they had full diapers, and I hated that because they were all like
pretty much
squatting
pretty
around.
much all Orcs.
I know. I hated that.
That's the one
These
thing I
guys
like,
are much
yeah.
cooler.
They all look like they got intense, terrible back pain.
The only weird thing about these is they look so good that now Brutes kind of just look like Ard Boys. So
That's what I mean. Yeah, these guys look incredible.
Yeah.
They look heavier armored than actual brutes.
And then this is we have a cities box and a Nurgle box, 2 of my favorite armies. That's the best box, I think. Is
That's
the
pretty
army.
cool.
Yeah, and it's also a lot of points. I think
Oh,
it's
I
like
like the goose guy, little nerd dude, right? Just
Yeah.
on the side.
there's a great part in one of the stories where one of those guys gets shot in the head with an arrow, and he's dead, but he's still chained on, so he's just flopping around, knocking over Stormcast as the pike runs around.
It's pretty cool.
Cities of Sigmar. Guess what? If you like Cities of Sigmar, this is a really good place
The
to start.
founding foray.
If you missed the launch box a couple years ago that they did, this is basically that
It's
plus
got
some
a
extra
Fusel
stuff.
Major on Ogre Warhulk.
Yeah.
Which is basically the dude who has he's basically an ogre that's carrying a dude around.
Yeah, it's sitting on a crow's nest on an
But
ogre
it's not
trying
an
to get
ogre
a shot.
that's it's not like it doesn't have a maw. So what? There's ogres in the Warhammer world, world that haven't been affected by the Great Maw.
Some of them are able. Well, they get fed a lot, and they don't join up with Gustbusters and stuff. They like money, so they're basically still mercenaries. There's some of them. There's not a lot, but every once in a while you get one that's like he just likes killing and likes all the food and stuff. And maybe they let him eat some of the people he fights because they look the other way. I don't know how you do that when you're in a crow's nest. The guy you're riding just starts eating a dude, and you're like, ah, gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ironwell Grey Cannon.
Yes.
Free Guild Command Corps.
I love
That's
that model.
pretty cool. I like the guy with the Plague Mask. That's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a Martial Relic. So this one has multiple heroes.
Yeah.
And then Free Guild Fusiliers and Free Guild Cavaliers.
This is a pretty good starter
It's
set. If
pretty
you've
nice.
got
I like it.
the original launch box and you put this together, you've got a pretty good army. I think you might not use both cannons, but you might. They're kind of cannons. In
Wait,
my
there's two
experience,
cannons in this?
well, there's one in there, and if you had the original box,
Oh, right,
you
sorry.
buy this, and you're basically expanding your thing. But it's really cool. It's
You
you
can
know,
put this guy with the rattling, so this dude's just drinking from a...
I love that model. The guy in the middle of a fight is just like time to knock back a gallon of whatever that is.
If not now, when?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, cities.
I do love their armor. I actually really like their armor.
Life expectancy.
I
is
do
not
have
very good on
I
these.
do have an old world fantasy army, so maybe that will...
They fit in pretty well.
Maybe
Yeah.
it will make its
The
way.
Cavaliers are about the same size as the old Mounted Knights guys.
There's no way they could look as bad as those.
That's true.
Those are bad.
They all have the arm like that. Yeah.
That's
Charge!
Formation.
They're fighting the Chaos Knights who are like this with the axe.
Yeah. But
My
see,
boys.
your boys. But see, this is the problem with this. They haven't really updated in a long time. See, they haven't updated Nurgle in so long. They just put a Warcry unit in. They put the Rotmire Creed in here.
You want to know something funny?
What was that?
That's one of the best Nurgle units now. Because
is.
it gives you shots, it gives you ranged, and lets you inflict disease on your opponent from a distance, which is really good for how Nurgle works. Nothing else really has range that
Pretty
much.
cool.
If you're doing Nurgle mortal side, because Nurgle's almost pretty heavily split, demons are a whole army, mortals are a whole army. You can mix them, but
3 days
don't
ago,
work
we were
very well.
walking on spikes. I never understood the whole. I guess they're going through the marshes.
Yeah. They're
Future
swamp
Blight
people.
Kings, they look great, but I mean, God, the Future Blight Kings must be like a decade old by now.
It is really old. It's still one of the ones that holds up really well. There's a
Yeah,
lot
it does
of
hold
kit
up.
bash
It does.
potential.
You'd be amazed how old some of the stuff is.
It has 4 of
Harbinger
the
of Decay.
flies.
I love that guy. Like they redone the Harbinger of Decay. That model is great.
It's such a good-
And then the Blight Lords.
Yeah.
but they're also
Let's go
old.
with Blight Lords, which here
Pretty
fun fact
cool.
for those, paint in assembly or good luck, you're never going to get half that model paint. They're kind of not to dissuade you from buying it.
Private Black, and that's the Shadow.
Yeah, that's
They're pretty cool.
definitely what I did. The Nurgle box is also really good. Like I said,
But
we're
we have-
flying through these to get to the rant stuff. We'll have a little review video up
Oh,
soon.
is that obvious?
I knew you were just really excited to talk about. I don't know anything about the Necrons. I like the way they look.
Necrons.
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 So I did a little research on this. Apparently, if you already have the Shard guy, that's like 80% of why you would get this box. But if you don't, this is a really cool way to like start the army, and you get the cool teleporting
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, you get the Overlord with Translocation Shroud. And otherwise, just Lichguard, Praetorians.
That's what we said.
Words are hard.
Especially made up.
And just regular Necron warriors. Yeah, Praetorian, a made-up word.
Yeah, it's not a real word. And don't forget Scarab swarms.
No, Scarab Swarm.
Little swarmy guys, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Necron box is cool if you like Necrons, obviously. But if you're just getting started with them, it's a pretty good point value, and like it's some of the really good units, apparently, according to Auspix Tactics, a website that knows what it's talking about.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. What's next? 3 Tau. It is.
It's 4.
Sorry, 4
4.
Tau.
It's 4 Tau.
Welcome to the Tau Knights box.
Yeah. What is it actually called? The Retaliation Cadre.
Yeah, it's just 4 giant
They're not here to
suits
take the land, they're here to retaliate.
and some drones. I wish they didn't do all the Tau in the white paint scheme because that doesn't do anything for me. The yellow looks cool.
I was like the red. I was like the
Oh, yeah, the red looks cool,
Farsight
too.
Enclaves I always liked.
And like the green down there they show you. It's funny, the ones that they chose is
Why
like
do
my
they do
least
white?
favorite.
White is I can't remember. That's oh, it's the lady with the two laser things. That's her cadre. It's
Two
like
laser
that's like
things.
the third sphere. Someone will have to go like third sphere expansion. Shasso, whatever her name is.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
That one.
That's the one.
The lady commander character.
yeah.
Shadow Sun. But yeah, so it's got a broadside, it's got a ghost keel, it's got a commander, and it's got a riptide.
If you like Gundams,
Surprisingly enough,
box is
this
full
was
already.
also cut, or allocation. This was cut, so we didn't receive as many as we thought.
Limited
So
Tau.
I guess everybody's going to have use for them. Like I mean,
yeah, I think that's one of the ones that even if you play, you can still throw this box in and you add more stuff to it.
this box just does it for itself because they're sisters. That's a song lyric.
Yeah, I was there for you. You
If
get
you're-
2 rhinos.
If you're old enough.
Recreate your favorite Ace Ventura scene with those sisters of battle.
It's weird that's your favorite.
I'll admit I don't know anything about this army.
It's got some Repentia, it's got some Arcoflagellas,
I like
it's
that
got
guy.
some Penitent Engines, it's got a Mortifier, which I think also makes Penitent Engines, if I remember correctly. And then Ministorum Priest, that guy's cool. Oh, they redid him. He's an old model that they redid in plastic. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's the guy that's got the nose thing
Yeah,
coming
he's
out.
got
Yeah.
those, like most people.
Yeah,
Yeah, like most people
yeah.
have nose.
Most
Except
people
some of those
have
Nurgle models, they don't
and
have noses.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta say I don't know much about sisters, but you get 2 rhinos, you get a bunch of guys that you can throw in that I assume are going to die quickly because
They
look
are.
like
They're all here to repent and die, and these guys are heretics that have been, zapped with pain stuff and given flails, and they just charge the enemy.
yeah. I'm kind of sad.
I've always liked the sisters aesthetic. I've never done a sisters army. I think I had like a squad or 2 once when you could do allies back in the day.
I really like the church tanks. The tank with the huge organ. on the
Yeah,
back. Like,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
That screams Warhammer to me.
Yeah.
These things are gonna go out of frame in a second. That's awesome.
So my mind is like has a huge organ in the back of it. Yeah, they call those the J-Max.
But
Or the Danny D's. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
speaking of thick boys, check out these knights.
This
This one is the
also,
one that everyone is excited about on the internet that I have
on
seen.
the internet. Yes.
Oh, yes.
And this is the second most popular and also the second most cut. Because
Yeah,
we only
of
received
course.
maybe 8 of this, maybe 10. I'm
You're
not
holding
sure.
Ryan's copy right now.
Oh, I'm holding Ryan. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, if you're gonna play knights, I think that you get 2 of these boxes, and
I
that's
was
your
gonna say,
whole
does it
army.
actually come with 2 or is it just no? It's just 1 knight. It's got you can make either the knight errant or the knight paladin, which is the oldest kit, which is weird. And then 4 armigers.
What if you can make the rest of them? Like if it just shows you those 2, but it has all the bits for the rest
I
of them in
can't
there.
remember if you can make like 3 or 4 of them now. I think you can.
Maybe we'll do
You
some
probably
research
can.
for the other
Ask
show.
Brian to open and build all his models in the next. Just do a
On the
video of an
show.
hour of Brian talking softly and building Warhammer models. I mean,
Oh.
I'd watch it.
Ryan ASMR.
Handsome Ryan.
Yeah. So anyway, on that one, you buy 2 of those, you have a 2,000 point army according to math. So you're
course.
you're just like done.
And then we
with
have the
knights.
number 1, most hotly wanted, needed, required, and also hardest to get. So hard to get. It's like I'm holding gold in my hand. Which
Lion
I'm
Mr.
not
Johnson.
gonna lie, I don't know why it's so hard to get. I mean, it's a great box. Like if you were starting the army, if you're not starting out with Dark Ages army, I don't know why you would buy this box because
You probably have.
you probably already have
Lion.
Lionel Johnson, and it's got Lionel Johnson, Terragher Chaplain. I think it's got 2 squads of inner circle, and then 2 squads of Deathwing Knights.
Yeah.
So it's great to start. But
This
if
is-
you already have Lionel, you don't need this box.
This is definitely aimed at you're starting the army. and
starting the army.
You want some huge dudes to add in, or maybe you have some of the Space Marines from the other starter set that you painted up like this.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. As a World Leaders player, I hate that guy, but but it's pretty cool. And I think it's funny that Matt was like, "Oh boy," and he bought everything in there, and then they announced the boxes like
Matt,
a
Matt
week
Hillsworth
after.
was so excited about the content box, he went out and bought everything individually, and then the box came, and he was like, "I don't need this anymore." Yeah. No, you
So
don't.
you were saying this one we may have this one left.
If we
this
have not
one?
already sold this one, then we have this one. We ordered 5, or we ordered 25. We got sent 5. We put that on the web. Everything goes up for pre-order on Saturday, so they went up in pre-order and got sold out. We went on the Games Workshop website, ordered more because we can order direct, and we always try to do that if we can. Put them up. Mostly they all sold. This one got cancelled, as I said, because the person already bought everything that's in it.
Oh, that kind of canceled.
Yeah.
I was like, Lion Johnson got canceled.
Lion
He went
Johnson
on
got
Twitter
cancelled.
and
He
said
did. He
some
disappeared. He
stuff.
disappeared for 10 millennia.
Yeah. Jeez.
Has the heat gone down on me yet? Yeah, everyone's so mad about me not getting to Terra in time.
Oh God, it's so trending.
You know what? I can believe that. I can believe
Hashtag late for Terra.
I've always liked that with Lion Johnson. He didn't turn to chaos. He just kind of waited to see who was going to win.
Yeah, he took us. He went. Hold on a second. Let him cook.
Let's see how this
Let's see how this plays out.
Let's see how this plays out. Yeah. But yeah, we might have one left. If not, I'm sorry, it's all gone.
Sorry to talk about it,
but we do have all the items individually for sale, so.
They may be coming back in stock, hopefully, maybe.
Maybe.
Games Workshop sends us some. Oh, you want to add it to the top? Look, if you do, it's the entire frame is now.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Cool.
Nice.
And that's it. That's releases we have right now, I guess. I'm sure we have more releases, but we just didn't bring them.
Well, there's 40 pounds of Warhammer on the table. We sort of ran out of space. I'm not even.
He's
I'm
over here in the bike, spiking down. Bicycling.
Bicycling?
Yeah, he's just bicycling down. It's kind of like cycling.
It's cycling, but you have 2 wheels. It's cycling. I'm Harvey denting this now. I'm like, it's behind the whole thing.
Which side's showing? The good side or the bad side?
Flip a coin, find out.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, Dave's got a rant.
Who's what? I've got a rant.
What's your rant?
I want all these, and I don't have any money for all of these.
So help Zach get money. Buy more things.
Start a GoFundMe.
Give more reasons for Zach to do videos and marketing, and Bridge to do more fulfillment from people. You know, we're doing so much fulfillment right now. It's insane.
We're doing so.
Yeah.
Yeah. My only rant is go watch all the videos we've been putting out. I know sometimes it's like we put them out and they, and other stuff pops up.
And like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment. It's real cool. It makes the whole...
give us your feedback on them, because we love feedback, because...
There we go.
Hey, like that? Yeah. There's nothing worse than not giving your feedback and not talking and fixing stuff. If you don't like something, maybe just tell us what you don't like and we can fix it. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing things you don't like. And then you won't like that.
Yeah.
And anyone touch don't like it, we'll just keep doing it.
Very true.
Yeah, my rant is that basically. We had some comments today. A post popped up on Facebook and the person like, hey, I'm coming to Atlanta. I want to go see board game stores. And people were giving their posts, go here, go there, go everywhere. And I always pop in. So it's my completely unbiased opinion. You should go to Gigabytes because it's the best and greatest. Yeah, completely
unbiased. Yeah.
Unbiased.
Based on empirical evidence. So
someone responds, they're like, oh, the place is terrible. I've had such a negative experience. And I do what I always do. I go, hello, I'm very concerned to hear this. Very sorry you had a bad experience. Could you please tell me what happened and we can work and fix it? And all I got back was, you guys are terrible. If I was doing, it's never going back again. You're awful. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you're posting this all over the internet. I've seen you post this 3 or 4 times. This goes back, actually, it happened in the Kickstarter as well. Remember the guy was going to every Kickstarter?
Yes.
Bad mouthing us. And when I actually reached out to him, he's like, oh my God, you people are human. Let me remove all of them. This guy doubled down, this guy today.
Oh.
And he's like, no, everything is terrible. And I go, I've tried to reach out and you did nothing. I said, where did you try to reach out? I don't have an email. I don't have messages. I don't have internal communications with my staff. I've looked at my website. I've looked at everything. He says, well, there's no point talking to you because you never get done. I'm never coming back. I'm like, not really the point to get you back. I don't expect you to ever come back, and frankly, I don't want you to come back. Like,
yeah, if you're that buttoned down on it, you've already made your decision.
And but that's my rant. It's like these people come in and they don't think about the fact that they're actively trying to damage your reputation, damage your business by just spouting stuff online, but they never want to actually fix it. They just want to spout, and where they're pushing an agenda, they're pushing another store, or they don't like my hairstyle or something like that. They just they won't tell me. Maybe don't like the Irish.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe just like the
Titanic. Bringing that racism back?
just like the Titanic, we're the third class citizens.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing it back around to the opening, the cold opening.
Nice.
It was really cold because it was Atlantic in winter.
All of our openings are freezing. They're frigid. Like our reception.
But I don't get it. I don't get why people do that. Right? I do what I always do. I call it the David post, where right afterwards I post on my own Facebook an open world thing. It's like, it's really frustrating when people do this and they don't want to talk and engage and fix it. And I do that to be a bit of a jerk myself and try to spark the conversation.
Yeah.
Find out what's going on. I got some great feedback from people, issues that then we go in and we go fix. Like one person said something about, hey, there's the smell of grease. And we're like, oh, we don't cook anything with grease. So where's the smell of grease coming from? Let's go figure that out.
Yeah. Where does that smell coming from?
And then, you give someone else like, oh, it's always smell of body odor. And you're like, I can't really help what some customers might have. Like a lot of that is.
I'm sorry.
It's customers or it's their diet. I mean, don't eat curry flavored ramen. Indian curry ramen is going to make it smell like Indian curry. It's going to happen.
Can I pause, jump on the body odor thing? Have you been to a comic or game store anytime in the 90s and early 2000s?
There's a reason Dragon Con it feels like an icebox. Because it's the only way to keep down.
An icebox was full of butt. Yeah.
So, but I mean, here's some of it. You take you always want to take every bit of feedback, and then you kind of pass through and say, oh, this is reasonable, this is unreasonable. A lot of you ignore, and I say to my staff, it's like, hey, you have a problem, you have to bring it up, and I'm going to give you a few chances to bring it up. And if you don't bring it up, I'm just going to assume it's not actually a problem. You're just complaining.
Just looking for attention.
Yeah, you're just looking for attention. You're just complaining. There's nothing to actually fix. So this person, I said, hey, please bring it up. And if you don't bring it up, then it's not actually a problem because you're not willing to work and fix it. That's kind of how we approach everything. I brought it into the Eternal staff. My staff were very upset because we always greet, we always talk to people. I can't believe it. I was like, no, you just don't let it get you down.
Yeah.
And this happened. Gigabyte's been around 17 years. This actually happens every few years. And I said this to the staff. I said, look, this is going to happen. There's going to be a spate of people coming in and going, everything is terrible often. You should go to this store specifically. And always like this store, this store, this store, this store. And then, you address them every time. They don't actually give you a valid reason. But you publicly have addressed it and they have publicly not given you a reason. And then you watch it evaporate away. And then a few years later, it spurs up again. Like 17 years in the store. This has happened many times with stores. Don't go to Gigabytes, go to that store. Those stores aren't in business anymore. Not to be petty, but I'm going to be petty.
Well, it's
my show. I can be petty.
Yeah, we do whatever we want. It's sort of like if you have an awful experience, that is worth complaining about. But I feel like a lot of these complaints are kind of like, well, I wanted to buy these cards for 2 cents, and they wanted to charge me 5 cents.
You see that's a Google review you read, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a Google review.
I manage our Google.
I can't believe they sold me 50-cent cards for $5. I'm like, well, it's a transaction.
Yes.
You can just say no.
In a store.
In a store. You walked in and they sold it to you, so you accepted the price at that time, and then you went to the internet later and complained. Yeah, you have to pass through. Like, you see the positive. And the same thing with positive, right? Some people are just trying to brown nose you and be great, and you have to pass through what's actual real compliments for good work and what's just someone trying to curry favor. And same thing when they give you bad, you have to pass through it all. This is all crap and doesn't mean anything, but this thing right here, this is actionable.
There's always there's a grain of truth in the fart cloud of reviews that we go through daily.
But that was my rant. It really bothered me. It annoyed me as well because I was working from home this morning, and because that guy posted, it delayed me coming to the warehouse for an hour. Because I was like,
it's true. That's how he types. I've seen it.
It is. It's a very aggressive 2-finger type.
He has a giant mechanical keyboard. The buttons are that big.
Yeah.
It really is. Smashing into it.
I'm old now. I'm not going to change.
I will say that also, if your complaint is, I went to a game store and they had things marked on a price and they didn't barter with me, I don't understand that. And maybe someone can let me in. Are there stores where you can just still openly barter on a tagged price? Like, I know that.
Oh, okay. That's a whole nother rant.
Oh,
right, first off, I always tell people at Gigabytes we don't negotiate with terrorists, right? So the price to price.
Yeah.
You can't come in and give you $20. I'm like, no. Well, good luck selling it. Okay. I had a guy once, and he was a customer for years. And he walked in, right? And he was an alright customer. He wasn't a brilliant customer. Because I knew he bought stuff online. And he came in with an item, and he goes, hey, here's this thing. I've seen it. It's been on the shelf for 2 weeks or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, it's sold out and been restocked twice. So, this is $50. You sell me for $30? I'm like, no. What? It's the rate. I said, no, it's $50. And he actually throws it down, and he goes, and as he walks there, he goes, good luck selling it. And he's just never come back.
Did you sell it?
It sold a few days later. It wasn't a. I was like, okay, cool, bye. No, yeah, there is stores, and they tend to be those stores that also have people who go publicly and crap talk your store and push into that store, and then they eventually go out of business because they're trying to cater to specific things to try curry favor themselves. Like, the store should also not curry favor. It should do everything in its power to be open and welcoming and have the stock.
Yeah.
But there's no divine right to having customers and people purchase off you, right? There's no reason. You have to do the best you can. But part of that is you have to fix the issues if they arise. People have to tell you the issues. But also you can't bow down to people.
Yeah, don't bow down to people.
Yeah, don't bow down.
Stand up to people.
Yeah. But, so
That's the message you're taking away from this show.
That's the message. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Be a strong, independent person.
Yeah.
Go to a store and pay MSRP. Don't harass the employee.
No, but you don't have to. But
No,
that's
true.
the whole thing. You don't have to. Look, everybody knows you can go online and you can buy stuff cheaper. It just exists. Now, nobody ever considers might have to pay shipping, or you might have to pay taxes, or it might take forever, or it might be damaged. You won't get customer service. You might not like the game, and now you're stuck with it. All that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of a store. Like, you can always go online and buy it. You can buy everyone. I'm sure you can go to a website and you can buy these. They're going to be $240 gigabytes. Or they're going to be like, I don't know, say $200 on online store.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happens if you order that Dark Angel box on an online store for $200 and then they just don't ship it to you because they didn't know they got caught?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you do stores. There's security. There's a blanket there. There's
You're
no
also
social-
kind of paying in for like the community and the store and the
And
people that
that's-
work
yeah, and that's
there
the
and
thing,
supporting
you
a
know,
small business
yeah.
and like all of that stuff. Like,
And so, like, I mean, if there is an issue, right, and that's the thing, though. If you're paying, like, you go into a store, you're buying a store like Gigabytes is an MSRP store because we don't discount everything, right? The social contract is, well, we're going to be open and welcoming. So that's why it's concerned to me when I hear, this is terrible, but I can't fix it. If you don't
Yeah.
tell me what's terrible, which means I go, okay, it's not actually terrible. You're just annoyed that I didn't sell you sausage-wielding rattlings for like 25% off. But I don't have to because these will sell out immediately. That will sell out immediately.
yeah.
And Fromage will sell out immediately. Like, you know, it will. It just will.
If you just have to have a percentage off to feel good about
But
it.
you also won't get this. Another thing of the store is like, how many stores are going to have this? How many stores are going to have this limited edition version? Not many. Not many. You can go all around, you know, the country, the state, the city, and how many stores will have a limited edition copy of Fromage?
Not many,
Not many.
because we've taken them all.
Taken 10.
We've taken that was all of them.
That was all of them.
I was going to say, if you absolutely cannot buy something without seeing a discount thing, you know what a good time to shop would be?
Ooh, Black Friday.
Black Friday,
Are we
yeah.
doing the sale again?
Yeah,
Video?
I was bringing it
video?
back around. Again, we can rub the commercial. Like, we run it 8 times during the episode.
Yeah, just like in the 90s. It was.
Yeah, we've had 5 commercial breaks.
Yeah.
And they have their local ones, so they always cut off like a second too early or a second too late.
Yeah.
They jump into the show a little bit. Oh, man. A lot of our audience is never going to know the joy of local commercials on cable.
Well, they would, because
Like-
they would. Well, yeah, okay, but like, you know, if you go to the movie cinemas, you see the ads. You don't go to the movie
That's
cinemas.
where all the bad
You don't go
local
to the movie
commercials-
cinemas, do you?
It's one of the bad local commercials. Can we make a bad local commercial and put it up in the movies in the cinema?
Take the one we did.
It's like, okay. But we run it after Black Friday. Good times.
Good times. But yeah, that's my rant. That's my rant for today. Tell me what you think. Give me your feedback.
Yeah, let
You
us
can-
know.
You can post on my personal Facebook because there is a public worldwide imagey post where you can be like, David, you're terrible.
And you'll be like, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually said someone says it's not the worst thing I've been called today or this week anyway because I work in fulfillment. So
Yeah, it's a little
you know,
refreshing sometimes.
I'm a heartless monster over here every day.
It's true.
but-
It's true.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
killed and ate one of our employees a couple days ago, just out of rage.
Just gone. Just out of rage. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do rage a lot. But anyway, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
my rant.
We're done
That's our
with.
new stock. We've got Black Friday coming next week.
We got a bunch of other videos coming up.
Don't
this
worry,
week.
we'll make sure Ryan comes back soon for y'all.
We'll bring him back. Yes, I'm reading the comments live to like, where's the tall guy? Where's the sound guy from the one video?
Where's the handsome guy?
Where is the handsome guy? Let's go find. Maybe we should go. He's gonna be right out there, just like I don't want to work here anymore. My boss is a weird. All right, so I think that's the show. Go back once again. GigabytesOnline.com. Reserve your Christmas box for Warhammer if you haven't already. Do
And
it
don't wait.
right now
Don't wait.
because they are not going to be in stock very long. And get your special edition cheese thing and
And check out the other Kickstarter games. Obviously, we back.
there's a ton of them.
tons.
And feedback-wise, also, I'm going to ask for some personal feedback. Tell us on the website. How are you feeling about the website stuff? Because we're doing a lot of changes. I mentioned last time. You probably noticed like half the categories are gone now. It's a lot easier to navigate. Search bars
No
updated.
longer categories. It's just categories.
It's just categories, yeah. So we're doing a lot of work on that, but let us know like what would make your shopping experience easier on that, and we'd love to hear that kind of feedback from you. This is the feedback episode.
The feedback episode.
So I should just end it with like, yeah, just grab the mic and scrape it along the table.
I think I had that from playing with this thing for like 5 minutes.
Probably, yeah. I
Yeah.
love editing these audio-wise.
Anyway, that's it.
All
Goodbye.
right.
Goodbye.
That's the Rambles. Be safe. Have a good
Are we
weekend.
doing live? Before we go, are we doing live for Black Friday?
I said that at the beginning of the show.
Okay, cool.
I
wasn't
literally
listening.
announced it at the beginning. David wasn't here for the show for beginning.
We were on Titanic, not alive.
Oh yeah.
It
yeah.
wasn't.
Aw.
It wasn't.
We're doing all right. So catch us next week live from the Titanic.